good morning, beautiful people across the world, man. It's your boy Dirty over here on the side. We got Kenan watching over here. Another podcast going on. K&D The Porch on episode number. We're coming on six right now. Yeah, episode number 6. It is April 29th, Wednesday, 2020. How you feeling?
Dirty switched it up on me, so it's starting the week now. My vibe's a little bit off. We gonna kill it today, though. We gonna kill it today. What we got today, Hugh?
Yeah. I definitely wanted to switch it up because switch it on Wednesday because previously we were recording on what, on a Sunday?
Yeah,
on the Sundays, and then like there's a little extra days when it comes to like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like usually something will like pop up. Like recently, like I don't know if anyone noticed though, but like the NCAA rules just changed. So they're saying you can get paid off a third party endorsements. So with that being said, we're able to talk about this now. We wouldn't have been able to talk about it if we did on the podcast on a Sunday, but since it happened on Tuesday, we ain't be able to talk about it. What's your thoughts about NCAA turning into allowing athletes to get third party endorsements?
I always think it's just crazy. Even thinking about it, like the way that they put it in words, like okay, yeah, they said third party, but when it first came out, they said NCAA players are now able to profit off their likeliness.
Yeah.
Which like everybody in the universe can profit off their likeliness.
Yeah. Except
NCAA athletes, which always confused me. It made no sense to me.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is a huge step. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. But definitely the NCAA cannot stop here because this is like the bare minimum. Like, how can you tell somebody that they can't make money off their likeliness? It makes no sense to me.
I agree with you on that. And that's wild. This is like, why all of a sudden? Like, they knew they could have done that like a long time ago. Like, all of a sudden, like, I feel like they were very nervous because of the high school basketball players, the high commitments wanted to go straight to the G League instead of going to NCAA. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why they think like, oh, okay, so since they're finally making a move, how about we finally make some type of move?
Yeah, it's not a coincidence that it happened all at the same time. It's definitely not a coincidence. They definitely were like, damn, we have to do something to keep up with the G League now that they're taking players. It's only a matter of time for the NCAA or for the NFL does something. Hopefully, a matter of time before NCAA or the NFL does something on these on these terms. So, if the NFL gets something like the NBA has, like the G League or the developmental league, and there's an option for football players to go straight to the NFL or straight to a developmental program that can get them there, say goodbye to the NCAA. Especially like they don't. I know a lot of athletes hate having to deal with students talking down on them because maybe they don't deserve to get into the college or whatever. So why not take that aspect out of it and say, okay, I'm not gonna go to college and I'll just go straight to the NFL.
I agree with that. A lot of students, like there's normal students, they claim like, I mean, I'm not gonna knock them down or anything, but they just claim like they work hard. They took them forever to get there, but like the talent that athletes are allowed to bring in is just phenomenal. Like you bring in talent to the school, you bring the school like more, make it more recognizable. Recognizable. There you go. It brings them out more, and it brings in money to the school. That's how people get scholarships and how all that stuff be funded to school.
Yeah, it's always funny to me because so I don't know if you saw, but there's like a debate on Twitter where it was like I guess UCLA gave all of their athletes beats, which wasn't even true. I don't know where they got that from, but they were real, like the students were real mad, like, there's no refund for tuition with all this coronavirus stuff going on, but they can afford to give all the athletes beats, which again wasn't even true. But it's funny to me because number one, UCLA, from what I understand, UCLA doesn't get money from their actual school. Like everything is like private donors or boosters and things like that. So it makes no sense that they're mad about them getting free beats. And number two, even if they weren't getting all their money from boosters or all of their actions or everything that they do, like traveling, all their gear and stuff, like if they weren't getting it from boosters and they weren't getting it from the school, how much money do students realistically bring in besides tuition? How much money does one football game for UCLA bring in? How much does that UCLA USC bring in for the school?
I'm saying, yeah, exactly.
It's so much money.
Because when you're a student, you don't bring nothing else. I mean, if you buy food on campus, then that's just if anything, or buy clothes on campus at the bookstore. But no, that's it. Once you pay tuition, like that's it.
Yeah,
Athletes, bro, they bring in money from all over. You got like all
TV
over.
rights. People
Yeah,
don't. I feel like
rights.
people don't realize how much TV rights actually pay.
I'm saying no. They're crazy. They pay so much. They pay so much. That's like looking down on. I mean, I know this is professional. Like I'm saying, like Super Bowl commercials. People pay millions of dollars just to get the commercial on during the Super Bowl. Anytime during the Super Bowl. Like a lot of people pay a ton of money when it comes to like broadcasting or TV marketing. They pay a lot of money. People don't really look onto that, and it's unbelievable how much they actually pay, and it's crazy to think about it.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me. I don't get it.
Yeah, like I understand like a whole bunch of people are watching Super Bowl, but like you're paying millions of dollars just to pay for 30-second clip.
Yeah, if that, it's like 15 most of the time. It was like 3 million, 15 seconds.
That is very wild. That is wild. Like that's, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know what to say.
And all the endorsements they get, dude. Like, man, if you knew how much that team really made, you would not be complaining about a pair of Beats, which doesn't exist anyway. But a pair of Beats.
Exactly, man. That
blows my mind.
It blows my mind. It really does. It kind of hurts me a little bit because, like, we bring it so much. But it is what it is. Life ain't fair. We just got to go along with it. Got to adapt. Damn.
Yeah, man.
Shoot. So with this past couple of days we got the draft. With the draft going on, how'd you feel about the number 1 pick, Joe Burrow?
I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan of him because I don't have anything. I don't think he's like a bad dude or anything like that. I just think he was like really gassed up when I don't feel like he deserved to be gassed up. You know, he played 1 year or he played 2 years with LSU. Mm-hmm. For some reason, people just don't acknowledge the year before this year. No, which he just kind of was whatever.
Yeah. That's when, I mean, sorry to interrupt you, but only thing I remember him from last year is when he got blindsided, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only thing I remember.
Everybody brings that up, like, oh, I turned him into a different monster, but people don't realize, like, he's a 5th-year senior. He's 23 years old. Yeah. I'm not going to say it's not hard to be good at football with 23, college football when you're 23, but it definitely has its perks. Like, if you're played 5 years of college football and you're going up against people that played 2 or 3, even 1, I hope you are understanding the game better. I hope you can make the throws. And then his team is great, dude. Like, his team is not good. It's freaking phenomenal.
Great. His whole team, they got the most draft picks this whole year.
Yeah. His O-line was insane. His running back was good. His running back went in the first round. He had 2 great wide receivers. One's going back, and then one is in the NFL right now. Yep. Like, he had Randy Moss's son is his tight end. Like,
yeah, come on, man.
I feel like people give him all the credit when. I mean, we'll see what he does with the Bengals because the Bengals, he's gonna have to show himself. If he's skilled, he's gonna show on the Bengals.
Good luck with.
They haven't got much to work with.
Yeah, so all I gotta say is good luck with the Bengals, man. Good luck. That's it.
So he probably is like, man, I wish they didn't hype me up so I could have went somewhere better.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what Tua does, though.
I'm excited. What's the Dolphins, man? The Dolphins, they can make something. You know what? I do like I mean, I know the Dolphins played like trash last year, but I do like the coach, though. I do like the coach. I mean, the way he's trying to change his whole program around. Like, man,
they had a good draft. Mm-hmm. It's hard to say exactly right now because I mean, NFL players are NFL players. I'm not gonna say they're garbage, but yeah. Like, you know, there's not a lot of big names there, which isn't always a bad thing, but there's not a lot of huge names there, especially defensive wise. Yeah. I know they made some moves at cornerback. They made some moves on offense, got some draft picks, traded for some running backs. Yeah. So I want to see what Tua does. If Tua can stay healthy, I know his arm's right. I mean, everybody knows his arm is solid. Yeah. If he can stay healthy, though, that's the biggest thing. Go ahead. The play he got injured where he hurt his hip, it was like a regular football play. Like, it wasn't nothing great. Like, he didn't try to hurdle somebody and get like backflipped and landed on his hip. Like, he's got tackled and his hip broke. So it's that'd be scary for me as a GM. But I think the reason they really took Tua, even though his injury stuff, because I forgot what year, but they passed on Drew Brees. They kept talking about it. They passed on Drew Brees because he had a knee injury. So they passed on Drew Brees in the draft, and now they're like, damn, we should have took Drew Brees. So I'm pretty sure they're like, let's not do this again. Let's just get him. If he doesn't work out, then he doesn't work out. But
It is what it is.
yeah.
Okay. So would you say you would have drafted him if you're a GM?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, with me, I'm biased though because I really like Jalen Hurts. So if he's available, I probably would have got him. Yeah.
Okay.
But I might have got that the dude from Clemson early because I feel like he's one of those one of a kind players. You know.
Oh, the defensive player.
Yeah, Simmons. I think his last name.
Yeah, Simmons. Yeah.
So I probably would have took him, but I mean, who knows? You know, like Tua could come out and ball, but Simmons, I would have took him just because he's an all-around dude, and I could use him anywhere I wanted to on defense, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then I really like Jalen, like I said, so I would probably pick up Jalen just because I think Jalen's like a leader. He kind of reminds me of Cam Newton. Like he might not have the most passing yards, he might not be like a crazy runner like Lamar, but he just does what he does. He plays good football. Kind of like Deshaun Watson too. Like Deshaun Watson's not really like super fast or have like a crazy arm, but he's good at football.
Yeah.
And I think Jalen Hurts is one of those dudes. And that's why I'm kind of mad that the Eagles picked him up because I don't think they're going to use him the way that he should be used. They're going to try. I think they're going to try to turn him into like a Taysom Hill or like a Wildcat dude.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, because when they said they're trying to run like a dual quarterback system.
Yeah.
It may or may not work. I'm not really 100% sure, but I kind of like. I mean, not gonna lie. I think the Eagles is a nice fit to start with, though.
I think it's a nice fit if what's his name wasn't there, Wentz. If Wentz didn't exist and there was no question that Jalen Hurts would step in and be full-time quarterback, I like that.
Okay.
But I don't like him having to share it or do quarterback system and them trying to do weird stuff with him because I think he's a good quarterback. And I think what they're trying to do is like make him seem like he's a better athlete than he is quarterback, which I don't think is true.
Okay. Sheesh. That's good. So what's with the Chargers? Justin Herbert.
I like that pick, dude.
I like Justin Herbert, man.
A lot
of people sleep on him. I like him.
I like Justin Herbert.
I feel like he's gonna do good.
Mm-hmm.
He can run when he wants to run, but he can also throw. He's lengthy. Mm-hmm. He's like 6'6"?
Yeah.
It's like 6'6". Yeah. Come on now.
And I think his height makes it so you don't have to worry about who you're picking up on the O-line, you know, because some people like Kyler Murray, you don't want to draft it or you want to pick up anybody that's like 6'9", because I mean, dude's like 5'10" or 6 foot, whatever he put on there. But when your quarterback's 6'4", 6'5", however tall Justin Herbert is, you can kind of do whatever you want at that point. He has a good arm. He's fast. You can kind of run whatever.
Yeah.
So I like that. And I like that he's a pass first dude, but he's athletic enough.
That's why
the Chargers struggled with that a lot with Philip Rivers because he was not athletic whatsoever.
He couldn't run out. Like if he had escape, he couldn't make it out.
Yeah. If it was 4th and 2 and it was wide open lane, he probably wouldn't make it.
No. He was thrown out of bounds.
That's the thing that used to kill me about watching those games because they're like, once he drops back to throw, he's throwing it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. He has no choice.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing that I'm excited to see Justin Herbert being able to like make plays with his feet because there's so many threats on the Chargers where you have to cover everything. So Justin Herbert's going to make it. I think he's going to make it harder for people to play defense on the Chargers. I'm excited to watch that.
Hey, not gonna lie, you know that I'm a Falcons fan, right? But I do want to see how the Chargers do play this year. You guys got some nice pickups like throughout the trade the offseason. You guys had a good offseason and got.
I'm excited. I can't wait to watch. And I was a real riding with the Panthers just because my boy Cam Newton was there, and I liked a lot of their players, dude. Like I think it's funny because my favorite players most of the time, if they don't retire, they go to the Chargers. So like I really like Thomas Davis as a linebacker, and he got traded to the Chargers. I don't think he's on the Chargers anymore. Yeah, he got let go. But and then my favorite offensive lineman in the NFL right now is Try Turner, and he got traded from the Panthers to the Chargers. So I'm mad excited, man. I can't wait to watch.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I just that's all going on. The pandemic. It's just like it puts everything on hold. So
killing us.
Yeah, man. Especially like high school sports. What they tell us about at Bonita? They told us that we might have an 8-game schedule.
7 week. Yeah,
7 week. Wow.
And we're freshman coaches, so we might not even get 7. We might get 4.
We struggle just to get freshman games.
Yeah, we might get like 4, dude. That's why I'm real depressed, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, bro. I'm stoked, bro. I want this. Bro, when I was watching film, man, I was just like, just being able to watch. Like, I understand how to see it from a coach's perspective compared to like an athlete's, just an athletic. Because as a coach, you look at the whole. Well, for me, I was looking at the defensive line. I was looking at the whole defensive line, not just me this time. The whole defensive line is studying what the offense, who they went against. So it's crazy. Like,
it's crazy to see like the difference between from when you go to college and you like watch that type of film, and then you go back and watch like high school film. You see like stuff that like, man, like, look, so it's like, for example, Albright was like, hey, we don't have a film of you guys, like it's too far back or whatever. So I'm like, okay, let me go. I watch my highlights and see if I could find like the plays that we're going over. And I'm watching, I'm like, man, if I would have knew like what I know now back in high school, it would have been so different. And I watched a clip of me and you straight up. We double teamed against Sweetwater. We
that's what I thought. I was like, bro, is that me? I was like,
I was like, we straight up killed, dude. So it's pretty dope to be able to like go on, play, and then come back and watch those same clips that you're gonna teach kids, and watch like you live like you did it. So like it's like you know exactly what I feel like it's making us better already, even though we haven't like officially started coaching, but it's making us better already because we understand exactly like what was going through our mind, and then we understand how we adapted after high school, so we know how to implement that now.
To the high schoolers now.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be dope. And I know we're starting off at freshmen, so it's going to be kind of like we still have to start off a little bit slower, but hopefully we can work a little bit with the varsity, just like game days or like, you know, whatever days we can, like get extra work in with them. I think it'll be dope just because we have like that newer perspective. And even like listening to the coaches, and they still kind of like some of the coaches we were talking about like have like really old mindsets.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to hear them talk.
Yeah, because when I was thinking about that, I was like, how do you feel about the old mindset compared to our freshly moon mindset coming off of a 4-year school? That is very interesting because like I feel like the old mindset, like it's a traditional thing. It's still traditional, but the new stuff that I was able to learn, man, it's game changer, man. It's game changer, and I want to feel like I'm not sure if it's I don't know, like. I'm not sure if it's an advantage on our end, but like I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's like experience. It's like old experience versus new. It's like a new adapting experience, I guess you could say. Because what we're learning now, or what we just learned, is like it's newly evolving. They're just stuck on like the old traditional, what they used to do and everything. So I want to see how that's going to play out and how it will affect us.
I think it's definitely going to be dope. I think it's definitely going to be weird because you know how old coaches are. Like they like what they like. They do what they do.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. That's my mindset. But I think it's going to be interesting to see how they react to us telling them like, hey, this might work a little better. You know, and it's just, you know, what I noticed is when I went to school, I noticed that, you know, because of where we went to school at. So we went to a school where, you know, youth sports weren't that prevalent before, you know, so we were ahead of the curve, but that meant we had to stay with who we were on the team with, if that makes sense. So one thing I remember was my first day of lifting, and, you know, I went in for lifting and I was doing my lift or whatever. And these dudes had like great form. Like it looked like they had been cleaning for decades. I'm like, dude, what the hell? And so when I left here for like break, I went back and I was like, yeah, dude, it feels like I was talking to Albright and I was like, yeah, dude, it feels like these kids like already have like so much more of an advantage than me, and we all started at the same time, you know, like we're all freshmen. And he was like, yeah, I mean, I wish I could have taught you guys more, but because of the people that you were with and the people that were on the team with you, I couldn't have you guys go way ahead because I still had to teach them the basics. That makes sense. So like, even though we came in, we knew the basics, the other kids with us that were on our team, they didn't know the basics yet. So we couldn't move as fast as other people in other areas. So I feel like that's one thing that I really want to try to work on. I know, like I was talking to Albright, like it's hard to do that, but I think if we can get everybody on the same page early, I think it's a huge step in the right direction for like a program overall, because it really makes a difference if you can teach the basics like freshman year, and then you have 3 years of just working. You already know all the form stuff, because A lot of the kids
Mm-hmm.
we played with, like, like they didn't know the basics yet.
Yeah.
From footwork to stance, like not even the weight room, footwork, stance, like
Uh-huh.
just overall, like football IQ. They just
Mm-hmm.
didn't have it yet, and we had been playing for so long.
Yeah. And that
So I
and that
think, yeah.
and that's just crazy. That's just crazy because like when you think about like that, and it's just like the way you say how like we were so advanced in the game and people were like just learning the basics, and it's just that like some people like so when some people don't understand like the competitiveness, like not just at the school but all around, like you got to think about the whole country at that point.
Yeah.
You got to be at the
Yeah.
whole country. They can't just think about like not gonna lie, like I really thought I was that good in high school,
Yeah,
but
no, exactly.
but like I said, that's compared when I compared to like, but when I compared to like people like all around the country though, that never popped in my head. Thinking about competing against people across the country, and that never popped in my head ever in my life. I was always thinking about like just competing against people in my school
Mhm.
and just try to be the best I could be.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like that. I never thought about the people around me. But thinking about it, it's like we were so ahead of the game as well, and it's like the people that don't understand like the competitiveness is like we would like sometimes like work out like outside of football though, like work
Yeah.
outside of football hours. People at the bases they like let me do my 2 hours and that's it. No
Mhm.
football. I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna go do whatever I want. But
Yeah.
like that's the difference between like other school programs actually stick together outside of football. Like we hung out and everything. We broke good chemistry like forever.
Yeah.
But footwork, like doing drills like that,
Drills,
football
yeah.
related and stuff like that. Other schools outside of where we went to did that stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what helps out a lot of teams, and a lot of people don't really recognize that until it's too late.
Yeah, and I feel like also another. I remember my first day at Whittier in football camp, where in our offensive line meetings, our O-line coach says, "I know everybody's like when you came out of high school, like everybody here was the man, right? Like everybody like, but just know that you're on a team full of people that were their best player in high school. Like everybody here was most likely like one of their best players on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have to get used to being on the same level as everybody and work harder to get to that level. And I feel like if people knew that in high school, that like there's other people on other teams that are just as good as me and or better or work just as hard as me or know just as much as me.
Mm-hmm.
Since we were in high school and everybody around us didn't seem to have that football IQ or that football mindset that we had already because we had been playing for so long.
Yeah.
I feel like if everybody had that mindset, like, oh, we're better than Southwest, we're better than Montgomery, we're better than San Ysidro, like, but are we better than the other schools like up north? You know?
Yeah,
we need to compete on that mindset.
Yeah, like remember when we went up to Valhalla, bro? That was one of my most disappointing games ever.
Yeah,
that's what
it was
that's what stunned a lot of people. That stunned the whole team.
Yeah, because we're so used to being that team, you know, like we're so used to being that team that could beat anybody around us, anybody near us, anybody in our league or our vicinity. We could play with or we could beat easily. So going up to a team where like it seemed like we could do nothing, and it wasn't because they were older than us. It wasn't because they were, you know, it was because they were better.
They were physically better than us, and they were just quicker than us. They were just everything above us. It was just I don't know what it was. They had more heart at us when they put up like it was already 21-0 like first quarter, I believe.
Yeah, we got killed, dude.
We did, and especially with our our team mentality, like we really thought we could beat them. Not a good mentality, but like we have to keep pushing it and keep the momentum going, and just like keep believing that we can and actually make a change. Especially with people like I think they were what D2, D1 at the time.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Yeah,
they were up there.
I forget. I think they were like D2.
Yeah, they were up there.
I think one thing that hurt us too is we played freshmen we played JV our freshman year.
Yeah, we did.
We just didn't have enough players for JV, so they brought all of us up. So when we were getting killed by those teams, it was like, oh, they're older than us. Like some of those kids are juniors, most of them are sophomores. Yeah. We're like, they're older, they have more experience, blah, blah, blah. And then pretty much the rest of our high school career, we didn't have that problem. You know, we were just kind of beating everybody, or we had really good seasons.
Yeah,
we could compete at the least. We could compete with everybody.
Yeah.
And when we got to that game senior year, it was like boom, like oh, like there's people that are like way better than us or way more developed than us, and we can't be so accepting of like where we are because there's people ahead of us that are way better.
Yeah. I agree with you. And what's it called? Another thing popped in my head when and experiencing when I went from JUCO to my 4-year school was that, bro, it's like since we went to like a small community, like everyone knew like our community. I really thought I was like I thought I was big height wise. Height wise, I thought, I mean, not big, but like big enough to like to go somewhere, big enough to go somewhere.
Yeah.
But like when I went to junior college, you get kids from all over US. So we're talking about like I was competing against people that were like 6'4", 250, 6'5", 230, and just a whole bunch of complete athletes like that. And I'm only what, like 6 foot, 5'11", sometimes 6'1". It depends who you asking. Who you asking?
Depends who I'm standing next to.
Yeah. It depends who I'm standing next to. Like all that stuff. That's why I tell myself. But like, it's crazy. Like you're competing against people like are different sizes, and I'm just so used to my small community. My small community came from a small town.
Yeah.
And that's what it's a big changer when you think about competing against people all across the world. It's not just your community. You're competing against everyone.
That was one thing I remember we were talking about the other day. Like at our high school, we were like the strongest dudes. Like nobody was like, even like close. Like we were pretty like ahead. And I got to college and I'm like, not even close. Like these dudes are strong.
Yeah.
Like I'm stronger than like the skills and stuff, but like these linemen or these linebackers, these dudes are strong. I've seen a dude snatch like 285. I'm like, snatch? That is insane. Like, and then cleaning and all that stuff. I'm like, these dudes are strong. So it's like a reality check. Like,
I know what I'm saying. Yeah, because I remember in high school, bro, I was powerlifting like at least, I think I was powerlifting like, it was like a little less than 225.
Power cleaning?
Power clean, yeah. I was power cleaning like, I think it was like a plate and like 25, and I felt like I was strong. I felt so sad. I felt so strong. Bro, I went to junior college, bro, and these people were doing like, I don't know, at least like 285, 295, like easy, like for reps. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God.
As I went on a visit and I seen these dudes cleaning, I was like, dude, this is insane.
Yeah. I was like, sheesh. Yeah, I think for like that, with that mindset, you always got to think about in the back of your head that like you're competing against people all across the world. You're never competing just in your community, because you're not going to stay in your community forever. You're going to eventually grow out if you want to continue playing. If you want to continue playing, you're going to have to continue to get out of your comfort zone and do some stuff that like you don't want to do. That's what makes you better. Do stuff that you do not want to do. I hate doing power clean, man. I hate it. But you feel so strong. Yeah. You power clean, bro. You a beast. You're a different type of. You breathe different, bro.
Yeah, because there's PRing in bench or squat, and then there's PRing in cleans, and that's where you just feel like nothing feels better. Like you go 5 pounds and just feel like crazy.
Yeah.
So it's definitely different once you get out and you come back and you're like, man, if I would have knew this. So I think that's one thing that we could definitely give kids. Like the experience, like, hey, man, I know you think you're good right now because you're better than your teammates or maybe you're better people in your league, but I promise you get out, you're going to be just normal again. Yeah. So work harder so when you leave, you're still ahead of the curve.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to continue to work out, man. You can't have like back-to-back days off either. Yeah. You can't take a day off because some people are like literally living like football is their only life. That's it. Like if it falls out, bro, they don't know what they're gonna do. You're competing against those kids, bro, and those people like work out every single day, like it's their life depending on it, man. You already see the draft, bro. You saw people say that they've been homeless their whole life, bro. They only living with their mom. You hear the stories. You hear the stories. They're not taking days off. That's all they got. And if you want to be able to succeed in like that in the top tier, you gotta keep telling yourself that, keep pushing yourself every single day.
Yeah, so I think early you got to decide, like...
That's why I say you got to develop that mindset early. I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have worked out as hard as I did in junior college. And I want to say my 8th grade graduation year, that off season, bro, that never popped in my head. I never registered that. I'm not sure why it never registered in my head. Maybe because I always thought I was good enough. But I don't know. It just never registered in my head.
I feel like in my mind, I didn't know that other people were doing as much as they were doing, you know?
Yeah.
Like I never thought that, like, I thought what I was doing was like what everybody was doing. And then you find out that it's not, like people were doing way more. Cause even we were doing extra, like, even when we were in high school, we were doing extra, but I guess like that extra wasn't enough. I mean, we were both good in college. I mean, it's not like we were like, we got to college and we were bums, you know, like we both did good. But I feel like we could have did better if we just knew. And I think also it came to access too, because I mean, when I went home for summer, I had to work out at the regular gym, like a regular like dude.
Yeah.
So if I had somewhere to like go and train that didn't cost like $100 a week, because I didn't have no money when I came home, I had to work at the damn moving company. And then that too, I had to work an actual job, so I can't just work out whenever. So I kind of had to make it work. Sometimes I was tired after work, and I just didn't feel like.
Yeah, you just push it off.
Yeah, I was like, man, I did enough working out today. I carried a couch up from the damn stairs, so I should be fine.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like it comes down to access too, man. If I was sitting around doing nothing all day, and then I had somewhere that I could go lift and like lift twice a day, maybe, like, I probably would have done that because I wasn't doing anything. Yeah, exactly. Like, but I feel like access, being like a regular kid in like a regular school, like I'm not at Clemson where I don't have to worry about like school. Like I need to have money when I come back to school so I can survive and have groceries and have stuff like that. So I had to go home, work, and sometimes I just didn't feel like working out after. So if I had that access, that's why I feel like we talk about all the time, like what we're trying to like do eventually, like once we get everything together. But man, I feel like if I had access, man, I'm not saying I would have been like NFL bound, but man, maybe I would have accomplished a little bit more,
You never know. You never know. I mean, like anything, like, I mean, I know height does make a big difference. A lot of people are like, oh, you can do it. You got heart, but like, I don't think people register like, the like, why would you pick this person over this person? Like, why? Like,
and I think it didn't even click to me until I started playing like real competitive, like when we played Valhalla, and I was like, man, I'm like, height shouldn't matter, like it shouldn't matter, blah blah blah. But when you're like, especially our position, like when you're 6'4" and you have the reach of double me, and I'm trying to block you, by the time I get my hands on you, your hands are on me, and I can't even reach you. Like you're too far away. So I feel like, okay, height does matter, because if I can't get my hands on you, I can't block you.
Yeah.
And if you can't get your hands on me, you can't block me. So it does matter. I guess height definitely does matter. But
height definitely does matter.
It hit me for sure. When I got here and I was trying to block some dude that was 6'5", and I just couldn't get my hands on him. I had to pull out some stuff out of my utility bag and start getting creative how to block this dude. But yeah, height definitely does matter. I feel like I didn't really realize it until I got to like high level high school and college for sure. Like, man, I can't block this tall dude. Now I see why height matters.
Yeah, man. And that's the creativity when it comes to like smaller people. Like you have to be some type of creative. You have to be able to knock something down that gives you an edge over people that are taller than you. So like, for example, like when I was in junior college, like I had people like that were way bigger than me in my position and stuff like that. So they were bigger, faster, but they weren't smarter than me. That's the thing I can able to control, is to learn learn how to watch film, educate myself, educate my opponent, and stuff like that. Like something I'm able to control. Like you can't control height, but you can control like other things. Like when it comes to speed, strength, watching film. Not a lot of people take advantage of watching film. Yeah, in general, especially if you're big too. Especially if you're big and you think you're that good, watching film. What put me over the edge compared to like people that are like 6'4", 6'5", was watching film and being able to work on my quickness, bro.
Yeah, and I think especially in like O-line, D-line, in the box, IQ has a lot to do with how good you are. I feel like that's why we're both really good. We're both really good at what we do. And I think like, so O-line, like if I can pick up blitzes, if I'm smart enough to know that, okay, this dude spins, this dude likes to use his hands, let me slap his hands before he even comes off the line so he can't even get his hands on me. Let me make sure, okay, when he gets in this 3-point stance, when he's really leaning, I know he's twisting. I can pick up this blitz. I know when when they're in this formation, linebacker does this, he comes to me. He might go around, and you can get that kind of like head start. For you, if a lineman likes to lean on pass rush, you just slap his ass out the way.
It's easier.
Use your hands,
yeah.
And so like if you can use your hands, he likes to like overextend. You slap his hands, he doesn't even get on you. He likes to sit back and let me bull rush. So I feel like IQ in our positions for sure definitely does help. And everywhere else, I feel like size doesn't exactly matter.
No. It really matters in the box. Yeah.
Yeah. In the box, if you can work, I mean, obviously recruiters are going to know, okay, this guy could be as smart as he wants, but in this league, people are smart and huge. But if you can get to divisions that, okay, these dudes are big as hell, but they're goofy. Like
Yeah.
a lot of times I see like a lot of the schools I've seen on TV, like not Division I, but like the smaller teams I play for, like, you know, other things like that. And they're big, but they're kind of like, okay, this dude is not good. Like I can, like, he's not good. And then you see like, okay, this dude's going to get exposed right now because he's big, or he's just big. He's not good or whatever. Or like when you play somebody like, this dude's big at D3, he's garbage. Like I know exactly. Yeah. I know he's probably just a big body. So, but you can definitely use your IQ. I know a lot of small people that are smaller people that use their IQ and know exactly where they need to be, how they need to use their hands, their feet, their size. So size doesn't always matter. It depends what exactly like you're getting yourself into. At skill positions, I feel like unless you're like insanely small, or like you have something insanely wrong with you, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Like running back, I mean, why would you need to be tall, you know?
Yeah, you don't really need to be tall. You don't. I mean, but it makes you look grown, I'll tell you that. Like Derrick Henry.
Oh man. That's one thing. Okay, he has stiff arms. See, that's what I'm saying. Like when your arms are long, it's so hard to get your arms on somebody else. So Derrick Henry's like, what, like 6'4"? If he throws that arm out there, it's gonna be hard to like grab on his body because he's so damn tall.
Especially Bama made, bro.
Slaps,
crazy.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Huge.
Just
straight
jacked.
soul.
Just jacked. Yeah, football's a funny game. Football is that's a beast game. I love it.
I always ask myself, like, what makes football special? Like I ask Zach, you know, I ask people all the time, I'm like, what makes football so special? You know? Like what makes it so special? What makes it so different from everything else? And I ask myself all the time. And you know, I have like some answers in my mind that but I always want to know like other people's perspective, like what makes football so special to you? Like why is it like some people base their whole life off football? Like we know people like it's crazy to think like what is so special about this game that makes you want to stop everything you're doing, put everything you have into a sport, you know?
Football changed lives, man. It teaches you life, changes lives. Man, it's like one of those, bro, you can get paid. You can get paid for that, man.
See, and I know like that's a lot of people's like motivation, like, oh, I can make so much money. But like, think me and you, right? We both went to pretty small schools. I mean, you went to a bigger school, obviously. Yours was in Texas, but like we both went to pretty small schools. And like personally, I had no aspirations of going to NFL when I went to this school. But when I got here, and I don't know about you, but when I got here, I still gave everything I had. I still put like a whole bunch of things up, sacrificed a whole bunch of stuff for a game, you know, that I wasn't going to make any money off of. You know, it's just something like it felt like even without me like thinking about it, it just felt like it had to be done. Like there was no question that like when I signed up, I was going to give everything I had and like give all my time, give all my effort, you know, stay up late doing homework because I had practice, you know, not eat some nights because I had no job because I was playing football, you know, and I'm not going to the NFL. I'm not getting paid for this, you know. So it's always like, like I'm trying to, even in my own mind, like how does this make sense? Why am I giving everything I have for nothing in return? Like the only thing I get in return is experiences and like, you know, some people might disagree, but I feel like football just gives you like a different mindset.
It does. It really does.
To everything you do. Like it could be anything, but like you just want to be the best at it and you want to do it the best. You want to do it like the way nobody else could do it. Like when I'm on the field, I want to block how like nobody else blocks. Like I want them when they see me like do a play, like only he could do that. And then same thing off the field. Like if I'm doing like, I don't know, like anything, I want to be like only K could do that right there. Like he just did. So I just feel like it gives you like a different mindset.
It does. It teaches you different. It really does give you a different mindset, especially competing, bro. Compete everything in your life and you'll be great. Anything, bro. You should give everything your all. Football has
another thing. It's just a crazy game, man.
It is a crazy game. It teaches you so much, and people don't really value that. Like, oh, you just play football, but there's more than that. Like, it teaches you like life. It teaches you like to work as a team, and to believe in the person next to you. It's like, bro, it's crazy, and it's just like
It
you put
teaches you so much.
you pushes you, yeah. It teaches you so much. Like there's barely an off season for football, and it's just like, how should I say this? Like, I don't know. I forgot. I forgot what I was gonna say now.
The way I compare it, I feel like the only way I can like compare like the feeling you get is like I think I was thinking about this like when I'm watching a movie, like I know it's a really good movie when like everything just goes bad. You know what I'm saying? Like everything hits the fan, you know, you're wondering like how the hell are these dudes gonna like get out of this or whatever. So like especially like I'm a huge superhero movie guy, like all the Avengers stuff, I love that stuff. And like it's not a good movie if like they just come and kick butt the whole movie, you know, if they just whooping everybody the whole movie, it's not a good movie. Like it has to hit the fan. They have to struggle at some point. I feel like that's football.
Yeah.
Like, if you just beat the crap out of every single team, it's fun, but it's not the same when like you're in a game and you know like something bad happens. Now you got to go to the sideline, look at coach, like I don't know what I'm gonna do, like I don't know how we're gonna get this done, and he gives you like a solution, or like maybe you're talking to your own teammates, they give you a solution and like you fix it, and like I feel like football is the only sport where like. I mean, we both had like super bad injury. I remember one time your finger was like humongous.
Oh yeah.
And we're Sweetwater. I got high-low. I thought my leg was gonna fall off. And like you go back in the game for no reason. Like there's no like you could really get seriously hurt. Yeah. But you go back just because like again like you said, like you trust the dudes next to you. Like you'd expect them to do the same thing. And like I feel like that's, I asked Zach, like what do you think makes football players like relationships with each other like different? I think it's because of that. Like I feel like you don't struggle with anybody more than you do with football players. Like we've always been super close, and like you like a brother, but I feel like we wouldn't have been that close if it wasn't for football. When I know, like especially on the line, like I know you're right next to me. If anything goes bad, I know me and you know, I could pick you up and we're gonna get to work. You could pick me up, we're gonna get to work. And I know like if you get injured, you're gonna fight for me. Like even if you're injured, it's the same thing for me and you. So I feel like I think that's what makes football like so special is like the amount of pain that goes into one sport, a game that's supposed to be fun. The amount of pain that goes into it for you to actually feel like you achieve something is so great and so different. And the trust you get with the people you play with is so different.
Yeah. I remember, bro, after the games, bro, my legs used to be done, bro. Like, don't hit me up. I'm going home, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep.
Home. I hate you tomorrow. We'll talk after film. Talk after film.
Even after film, you have the ice all over you. Just like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
I feel like no other game. Like, okay, basketball, you might be tired, you know?
Yeah, that's thinking. Like,
you're probably tired.
Like, yeah.
Maybe you get hit on your arm and, like, your arm hurts the next day. But, like, you don't know what it's like to wake up and your full body hurts. Like, you got hit by a truck.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yep. I'd be sore. Sore, man. Especially, bro. Don't even get me started with college. College. After college games, bro. Man, even if you play one-sided, you play one.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God, you're so tired, bro. I left games with crutches. I remember one week, I messed up my ankle bad, and I had to leave the game with crutches, right? And I didn't walk until like Wednesday the next week, and I still played on Saturday. Like I couldn't walk on Sunday, and I played on Saturday. Like that's what you do for this game. A lot of people would be like, if I can't walk on Sunday, I'm not playing this game for at least 2-3 weeks, maybe not even the rest of the season. But like that's what you do. Like as soon as you can get good enough, not perfect, but good enough, you go right back on. Like that's just what this game does. There's no fear of re-injuring. You just go out there and say, hey, if it happens, it happens, but I'm going to play for sure.
I'm dedicated. That's crazy. That's what I think football does definitely give you that mentality. Because basketball, you can easily take a game off. Easily you can take a game off. Baseball, you can easily take a game off. But like
there's so many.
Yeah, there's so many of them. You got 10, and that's it.
I mean, in our league, we have 10. Or NFL, they have
guaranteed.
16, whatever.
10 guaranteed.
Yeah, 10 guaranteed.
10 guaranteed. And it's like, dang.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. Football's a great game.
I love it. Man.
I really do encourage everyone to do it. Everyone,
if you can, because like I just explained, it might hurt a lot, and you might have to push past some stuff. But once you push past that stuff, the feeling is crazy.
There's more pros and cons to it, man.
Yeah,
more pros and cons to it. But life is short. Life is very short. and you cannot play football ever again. You can play baseball, basketball,
Yeah,
any
you
other
go
sport again
pick
and
up
keep playing.
games.
You can't play football. You can't
Football,
play
you could go
contact
play
tackle
two-hand
football.
touch, or you go play some bum tackle football in the park, which me and Dirty refuse to do. Don't
Yeah,
ask us to go play tackle football or
I've
turkey
never.
bowl.
I don't know
We don't
why
do
people
that
play
stuff.
that.
It's so stupid.
I don't play
You
that.
could never play the game, the actual game of football, not some runoff game like tackle football or whatever. You can never play football ever again once you're done.
Yeah,
Let's go play like those like 8-on-8 games with the pads on. You know,
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that either. So,
But
yeah, I stopped playing this year, and I'll never play again.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's crazy, yeah. It's definitely crazy. Like we started playing what we were 6 years old.
Yeah, 6'5".
5,
5 or
6, now we're 22.
Yeah, that's wild.
16, 17 years of playing football, man. It's crazy.
And it's just gone like that.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Crazy, man. I'm just glad. I mean, I'm just glad I was just called like I didn't get paid or anything for all this stuff, but I didn't gotta pay for tuition for it. For football, man. I'm just glad I didn't pay for no tuition. Like the game of football has paid for my college.
Yeah, I can't relate.
And that's a great thing. And that's a great thing to like to actually say like it has paid for my college and been able because honestly without football, I'm not sure. Like I probably told myself I would probably go to college, but I don't know. I mean, I probably would have got it done, but I don't know. Yeah. There's times just like, bruh, I don't understand how people pay for it. I don't understand how people pay for it, man.
Yeah,
that's wild.
I think the thing about football, it's given me so much. You know, like I think we don't like really realize like if you think about like most of your friends you played football with, or like most of them you grown up with, like you played football with, or like the people you surround yourself with, or but I think mostly is like so much stuff I feel like I learned from football.
Yeah,
I feel like that's why like both of us we can live like so like independently. Like we don't have to worry about like somebody doing something for us because like the way we grew up, we had so much like not pressure, but like so much responsibility.
Yeah.
Like, we had to get everything done regardless. Like you want to play on Saturday, you had to get everything done. You want to play on Saturday, you need to like make this weight. Like, you know, if you want to play on Saturday, you want to play your best on Saturday, you need to make sure you get like a good night's sleep or whatever. Like,
yeah.
I feel like it taught me so much like forward, like even with like this coronavirus stuff, I know people stay up till like 3:00 in the morning. I still go to sleep at like the same or similar time. Like it's just like, I feel like even since I was young, I had like a routine and now it's like really hard for me to break the routine.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, bro. If you have a good routine, bro, you're set on like a lot of things. A lot of people underestimate like a schedule, like a routine. Once you have a routine, bro, it's just like, you can keep going at it, bro. You can keep going. It's a good thing to have like established in your body or in your mindset. And it's just so valuable and it's just underestimated in my opinion.
Yeah. I think that's one thing that has, especially like college wise, I think it's even in high school, it got me through a lot. Like when I was like having like struggles, like whatever I was going through, I never really broke my routine just because it was like routine. Like it was like effortless to do. Like I'll wake up super early, like for absolutely no reason at all. I wake up at 5:30 every day, no reason at all, nothing to do. Still wake up at 5:30. So like when it came to school, I would wake up 5:30, breakfast, everything would be done by like 6:30. I'll be at school like 6:45.
Yeah.
So it was like, it's like effortless. And like that routine, college, same thing. I would wake up super early, even if I had like sometimes I would do homework in the morning just because I don't really focus that well at night. So everything just boom, boom, boom in the morning, get to class. Easy.
Damn. That's crazy, man.
I think routines are super essential in life. If you don't have a routine, it's going to be hard to get through life. If you don't have one, make one.
May have one, make one. Yeah. That's facts.
Routines are necessary for sure.
Dang. We're 50 minutes in already. Talking about straight football.
I know. People are gonna get annoyed at this podcast. It's all football. We need
It's
to
all
switch it up.
football, bro. That's all we have, bro. You see, we had like 17 years
Yeah.
football experience, bro. That's
Can't wait for this Corona stuff to be over so we actually start like implementing these things again.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Right now, I just feel it's so useless, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got to meet on freaking Zoom or Google Meets or whatever we meet on. It's not what I expected. You know?
No, it's not what I expected. Yeah, but it felt so good actually, like watching football though.
Yeah,
It felt
like
so good
paying
watching
attention to
football
film and stuff.
plays and stuff like that with coaches and everything. It felt so good.
Yeah.
Like, man, I could watch football all day, bro. I could probably watch like if I got paid like a full-time coach, bro, I could watch film all day. I mean, I would probably hate it, but I just want to watch film over and over and over.
I think you think it's different when you watch film of yourself or you watch film of somebody else or like other people.
You think it's different?
Yeah, like enjoyment wise, like I feel like I really like watching film of myself because I remember like those situations that I was in. But when I watch film on somebody else or other people, I'm just kind of like,
yeah, no. The way I definitely want to watch film by myself, right? Maybe like criticize myself more and just like think about like, why'd you do this? Like, why'd you do this? Like you knew this wasn't gonna work. You wanted to try it out, and
yeah,
I don't know. But bro, I mean, man, I feel like you know what's the game changer, and I thought like was really crazy, but it's not really implemented in like implemented. Is that the right word? Implemented in high school was like you know how much we hated practice in high school. Like,
in college it was worse.
No. That's my point. That's my point. So in our high school practice, the college practice, like bro, as much as I hated going to practice in high school, bro, in college it was worse, and they filmed everything.
Oh yeah, it's so facts.
I was so underestimated. I didn't know that was real. I didn't know I thought that like anything. Like they filmed hated practice all the time.
I never even thought of that. That's funny, man.
Like, but they film practice. Oh my gosh, everything.
Dude, that's funny. That is funny, man. Because bro, we hated practice in high school, but like we could slap it and like nobody knew.
Yeah, no one knew.
We could do whatever. But in college, they record everything. So like, if you're like being a slap and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, it's on film. So you go to film and you're just like, man, I could have blocked that dude. I was being lazy. Man, I hate practice. That's funny. And then you go, especially like the people on scout teams, since they don't play like in the games, they could try so hard in college. I'm just like, my god,
we're not starting. Chill.
Yeah, I'd be slapping him around. I'm like, stop, just chill, bro. The worst.
Bro, the scout, I do it. Hey, luckily, bro, I never played scout ever.
Yeah, my first 2 years, I played a lot of scout. It was terrible.
Yeah, I see what the scout team goes through, bro. But like, bro,
the worst part of scout is because like you want to kill the people that are like going try hard. Yeah. But then when you're like on the scout team, like the coaches will kill you if you don't go hard.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh man. That's why I try to be nice to the scout team, just because like I know like I've been there. But man, sometimes I just be like, bruh, chill. Like,
yeah,
the play's over, man.
Yeah, especially when the place is like all the way down there and they're trying to make a difference, like all the way back here, like bro.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, coach is not gonna notice you. Get out my face.
Starting, the effort is whatever.
It's just like once I like knock you down, don't get up and try to like do more. Like, bro, you lost this play. Yeah. Try again next play. Like you lost this one. Stop doing extras. College is funny, man.
I can't be. That was funny, man. Filming practice. I thought that was fake. I thought that was like a myth.
But no. Why? And I get why, but still.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Bro, one-on-ones were like it was one-on-ones, man.
I hate one-on-ones, especially as an O-lineman. I hate one-on-ones, dude.
It has its pros and cons to it. It's
so unfair. It's so unfair for us.
For you guys? Really?
It's so stupid. Yeah. It's so unfair for us. It's like the same thing with like you guys and like double teams. I feel bad when we do
double teamwork with
that's because it's so pointless. You guys aren't going to win. I mean, I don't understand the point of it. And I hate pass rush because you know it's a pass, number one.
Mm-hmm.
And you know it's one-on-one. You know exactly, like, you know nobody's going to come out the side and hit you. Like, I hate one-on-ones because it's so unrealistic. Like, how likely are you to be one-on-one? And how likely are you to know that it's a pass play?
Mm-hmm.
It's very slim.
Mm-hmm.
So when we do one-on-ones, I'm like, oh, I know this dude's going to do a move that he's never done in a game, never done in scrimmage, never done in practice. I know he's going to throw some wild move that's never been done that he cannot do in the game, but I know he's about to use it on me right now.
Yeah.
That's the thing that would piss me off because he might beat me in one-on-ones, and then we go to team or we go to scrimmage.
No.
And he doesn't. I just kill him the whole game.
No, yeah.
I'm like, bro, you will never do that. It's so annoying. I'm like, bruh, he be killing me.
Yeah. Did you guys have inside run periods?
Oh yeah. I
hate it.
It's even worse because you guys know it's a run, so the linebackers don't read nothing. They just hit the hole. I'm like, oh, you guys are so stupid.
It's such a small space.
Nobody can break out. There's no like wide receiver. Like it's just the box, and they know it's a run play, so they just hit gaps. It's so annoying. I hate inside run so much.
Inside run is like, oh my god.
I remember I told my coach, I was like, Coach, on the last day of practice, can we please like throw a little pass to the tight end on inside run just to piss them off because they cheat so much.
Because we
would be watching film, and my O-line coach would be like, "What type of read is this? What type of read?" Like he doesn't even take a read step. He just hit the goal, hit the hole.
Yeah.
My bro, this is so stupid. Especially the outside backers that really cheated. Oh man, like bro, you're not even gonna worry about the wide receiver out there. You're just gonna come straight in here. So stupid.
Funny. That's funny, man. College practice and high school practice is a whole different thing. It's just that's a
whole different thing.
I wonder if Coach Jackson is going to do that. I don't know why we don't do that.
I think because in college you have cameramen.
Oh yeah, we do.
I don't think we had that in high school.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Like, we had work study dudes that would record our stuff or injured players or whatever.
I'm surprised.
I think we could do that. Injured players would make sense.
Yeah, injured
players
players
doesn't make us do it. Jesus.
Gosh, no.
I hate recording. I hate all that stuff.
I feel like we should. I feel like it should be more in the high school thing. I feel like it's not that hard.
I mean, the best teams probably do it. Like, they're really, like, high maintenance teams. But, again, like, we have to have somebody to record.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have work studies, so it's not like we could pay somebody, you know? Yeah. And this coach wants to pay, like, $50 a week to some random. If that's even legal. I don't know.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Shoot. Dang. Football, man. Changed a lot.
Next episode, we're not gonna be able to talk about no sports.
yeah. They're heard us on this one, man. Just know that sports, man, change your life. Play as much as you can. As much as you can.
As much as you can and whatever you can, honestly.
Yeah.
If you want to play soccer a lot. Football a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball, anything. Softball, volleyball.
And if you have any thought of making it a career, go hard at it in the beginning, bro. Go hard about it. Compete against people you're thinking about across the country. It's not just your career.
I think another thing too is reaching out to players that you think might know more than you, or people that have more experience than you have more experience. Like, if somebody was to hit Dirty up right now, they know he plays college football. They know they played maybe a similar position. Mm-hmm. Hit him up. He might have workouts for you. He might like work with you. Like, he might hit you up, or you might hit him up. You say, yeah, just meet me at the park on Saturday. We'll go, like, we'll do drills and stuff. Like, hit up somebody that you think has more experience, like whether it's volleyball, soccer, anything. Like, if you think somebody has more experience or more knowledge or, anything, hit them up to see, like, what they did. Like, you've seen Dirty put on weight for D-line or lose weight for linebacker or whatever he thought he was going to play. Like, use that to your advantage. If you need to put on weight, ask him how he did it. It's anything. Like, it could be so useful, like, in the long run. Especially, like, I see a lot of people going to college and they won't even think, the coaches won't even think about playing them just because they don't have, like, the right body that they need yet. You see a lot of people red shirt because they're so skinny, like, or anything like that. So if you have that advantage of going into college or going into a regular high school season at what you need to be already, if you need to put on weight and you already put that weight on, you're going to be more successful. Like, reach out to somebody that you think knows more than you. Me and Dirty are definitely always open to, like, work with people or, like, anything like that. If you need, like, help, whether it's in the film room or on the field, even in the classroom, like, if you need help with anything, I know we're always, like, open to do anything. So if we're open, I'm pretty sure other people are open too, whether it's water polo, freaking volleyball, soccer, anything.
Yeah, that applies for all sports.
I think a lot of people are willing to work with you. So as long as you reach out, just don't be afraid to reach out.
Yeah, don't be afraid to reach out. Even if they don't reply, just keep replying. Just keep hammering it. Just keep hammering.
If you take an L, on to the next. I'm pretty sure there's more than one sports person you know.
Yeah, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You're just trying to get better, and that's what a lot of people like to see. A lot of people underestimate that. Like a lot of people like to see you try.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of like a high school football player or like a middle school or elementary school kid hit up like an older kid and be like, hey, can you work with me? Can you, like, when you work out, can you take me with you? When you do drills, can you take me with you? If you're going to throw, can I catch for you? Like, anything like that. I don't think I've ever seen it. So taking that step would be like, I wish I would have done something like that. Like, we had people that we could have looked up to. Mm-hmm. And luckily our freshman year, we got new coaches. Mm-hmm. And the coaches really gravitated towards us. So we would work out with like the older kids, like Andrew, Andres, Emmy. Like, we would get that extra work. And I think that's why we kind of stepped ahead of other kids. We had played for longer. Mm-hmm. But I think that definitely made us better because we were working out with people that are older than us, people that had more experience, people that had seen
and they were
more,
bigger and everything.
Yeah, they were bigger. So we naturally worked out to bigger than we were, or more than we should have, or more than we were used to doing because we had to keep up with them. So working out with somebody that has more experience or bigger than you, older than you is always a plus.
Mm-hmm. It is always a plus. Dang. All right, so we're about to wrap up this podcast, man. That was about.
I'm done. No sports next time, promise.
Yeah. We're just talking about daily life stuff, but it was all about sports, man. The draft just came up or passed. 10 people from San Diego got drafted, or not? 10 people got picked up. It was there's 10 people. There's 10 people in NFL from San Diego. I'll tell you that.
I think it was like 4 or 5 people from San Diego, and then like 4 people that went to San Diego State.
That's what it was. Really, yeah. Which is crazy. That's a good amount. Props to everyone.
We've seen people that we grew up with get drafted, so anything's possible. It's super dope. Shout out to Lukman Barku. That was dope, man.
And Cameron Klein. Just went homie from 8th grade. Steel Canyon.
Congrats, man.
That's
super
crazy.
Dope.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in for the K&D Porch, the podcast. Me and Kane Washington tuning out. Peace.